All right. Hello, YouTube. Welcome back. We have a great thing scheduled for you today, full of chaos, madness, interesting storylines, all that good stuff. Today we have a treat. We have Royce being played by Eman,
I'm a treat.
and our second treat is finally Zion being played by Bat Dog.
I'm the second treat.
Indeed. We last left our adventurers in the depths of some sort of place where they fought a shadow creature. And when Zion basically sacrificed himself as Jim, when he did that, he was able to regain his consciousness within Zion, and once the consciousness asserted itself, it hold on, let me do this real quick. I apologize. My goodness. There we go. So once the Zion's consciousness returned back to his body, he was able to overpower the shadow. The memories that were in Zion's body, apparently there were some that were not his, and he remembered many things. One being that he saw Zion when he was incapacitated, that these bandits came and robbed the procession that was carrying his body. It was a caravan of sorts. It did have many guards and everything. They fought bravely, but they were overwhelmed by the bandits. Zion remembers that the creature was able to absorb a lot of the artifacts that were around him and basically take control of the bandits after this happened. Once the bandits were taken control of, the shadow creature basically took full possession of Zion's body and was telling them basically to go and take over this dungeon, and they did so. And once inside, the creature was able to gain control of the dungeon itself through the dungeon orb above. He was telling the bandits to go out and rob and steal all different types of magical items and things of that nature, which they, of course, kept bringing to Zion's shadow creature, and he was able to absorb them. During this time, he was able to get Zion back from the brink of death. Because of all of this, the shadow creature did indeed absorb a lot of Zion's items, and he did absorb a lot of other things as well. So, that's what Zion remembers. And begin.
Is this you?
I
Are
mean,
you all here?
I think so.
How does your body feel?
Aching, very tired.
Oh, okay. Is that corpse over there real, DM?
Which one?
Yeah, this one.
Oh, no, that is not. That's not real. That's a good question.
I mean, all things considered, You look like you, I guess.
I feel like me, kinda. Hey, DM,
Mm-hmm. Yes.
do I feel the presence?
You do indeed
all?
feel the presence in your shadow still. It seems to be right back where it was. You also notice that you can no longer see the wisps coming off of Royce as well. The presence in the shadow is very diminished from what you were used to it being. It seems almost like a shadow of itself. But it's definitely still there. You can tell that it is still there, yes.
Alright. It seems like the presence is still in my shadow. It does seem very weakened, and I cannot see the wisps around people.
What does that mean?
It means that, because the presence has always been my shadow, basically, but now it seems like it's no longer has enough power to where it was before.
Is that a benefit for you?
I mean, as long as it doesn't gain enough power to where it doesn't, it's not able to control me, then yeah. Because I'm pretty sure that presence is what allows me to cast my shadow magic.
Oh, okay. Well, I guess the first order of business. Oh, go.
So just for clarification, because I was not explaining it and I got interrupted. Zyme, you were aware that it was your mental state that was when it was diminished, and the fact that the presence was gaining power by basically absorbing so many magic items that it was able to do the things that it did. And overpower you. And because it kept absorbing tremendous amounts, we're talking like lots of magical items, lots of magic, it was able to become what it was. I just wanted to clarify that. I apologize. Continue.
Alright.
Well, I guess the first thing we should do is find a way out of here, right?
Yeah. You said I'm not wearing my backpack, DM?
Correct. All your stuff is pretty much gone from your person. It's like everything's drained. So everything in your current
armor and stuff.
Yeah, it's all you're wearing armor, but it's basically just drained pieces of gear at this point.
Great. That's great. Well, I had a few ideas.
Okay.
That orb is still up there, full of all that energy. And this place was, an illusion beforehand, and we just walked in here. So I'm pretty sure there's a way to walk out.
So do you think it's locked within the power of the orb? I guess.
Well, it's like how that dungeon worked beforehand. It was like the creation. That's what basically powers it. That's what I'm assuming.
Okay. Is this hill behind me real happens?
Yes, it is. You notice that because there was a barrier here, and that barrier is now gone.
All right. Well, there's some areas that seem to have revealed themselves after that giant shadow or whatever disappeared.
Yeah.
So, I guess we can go look around those places first.
Yeah, probably it casted that barrier, so we wouldn't go over here. So now that's gone. There's a way to get out.
Any In your vast experience, any reason why there's blood everywhere now? Even behind the barrier that was there?
Dramatic effect.
So
The shadow.
So from your memories, this is basically where all the bodies, because it wasn't just items, but it was large amounts of bodies, people still alive that were dragged here and absorbed by the shadow. You see the corpses laying around in various places. But yeah, it's a lot of blood. It's a lot of corpses. Many people, over a month's time of just being brought here, and magic items, etc.
Yeah. From my professional experience,
Mhm.
corpses.
I see.
Corpses, blood.
It's just this polyviscera. What is this?
I don't like that. We're not going near it.
Okay.
What is here, DM? Describe the scene.
All right. What you see is a portal of some sort floating above a panel that you recognize as being demonic in nature. You see various crystals. You see two what appear to be containers on either side. You also see what appears to be a crystal that resembles what the guild uses to teleport people.
This looks familiar.
Yeah.
I don't like the look of this.
Yeah, it looks like either a stairway down or a coffin.
Not it.
You want to open it?
I mean, not it,
Okay. Are there any writing anywhere?
There is some writing, yes. Royce, you seem to be able to read a lot of it, but you don't understand the context behind it. You know the words, you can kind of get the gist of things, but you don't really know the context behind everything.
Does Zion remember any of this being created?
So this apparently, so what you do remember of this is that this wasn't really touched or really messed with by the entity or the bandits. This was very much left alone. And this was basically just a storage area for viscera.
I just remember this place being just a store. All the corpses. This stuff wasn't touched at all by the Shadow and bandits.
So
Which makes me think
yeah.
this is some external entities thing.
So can we assume that whatever is this set to is what it should be set to? If we were to try to use it in some way?
Can you elaborate
Sure.
a little bit more?
Surely it's like two-way device, right? If this was somehow used to... Well, I don't know. Was this like... Do we think this is some sort of device that lets them bring whatever the bodies in here? And so it's like set to be an input? And if we do some output as in ourselves, it'll take us to wherever... I don't know. It's weird.
I don't know if it's. I wasn't thinking that, but it might be where they were transporting bodies through. I don't remember anything about this being used like that. Don't remember much of this at all.
Well, let's take a look around the rest of the place first, since we really don't know what this is at all. The only thing I recognize is that crystal.
Yeah.
I don't really know how to use them because the guild person always did that for us.
Does the giant ball of energy look like it's powering anything right now? Like energy being sent anywhere?
You don't really see it sending energy anywhere. You do notice that it is diminished. It definitely is diminished, but it still has a lot of juice in it. It's a fairly large energy ball. Yeah.
What happened to the giant shadow when it materialized and came through the door? Well, like, what, does it have a body or did it just disappear?
So right when you were able to gain control of your consciousness again, what you saw was the door, the entity, start to fade out of existence, almost like they never existed. And then that's when you felt the presence appear behind you again.
Let's see.
You look around and you see lots of magical artifacts just stacked upon just piles and piles and piles of artifacts stacked. You're fairly certain that they're all drained of energy. You see various ones made of gold, metal, all different types, just laying around in piles, just strewn about, including bodies, etc.
Anything cool looking? Just a cool looking design sword,
You do see several patterns within there. You see various swords, and I mean the artifacts themselves, the magic items, definitely look like they were powerful magical items. Some of them not so much, but you see a couple items in there that look interesting. But you can definitely tell that they have no magical ability, but they have gems, they have gold inlays, all that good stuff.
Maybe later. Just a decorative piece of nice looking weaponry. Be good in the home,
Of course, of course.
Of course.
Does Zion feel like he can use any of the spells that Jim learned during his control?
It's a good question. Let's see. I did have an answer for this, by the way.
What's the answer?
All right, give me a roll.
Oh, I got Zion's luck again.
I love it. My scripts are working. All right. You do have access to a few of his abilities. Now, here's the thing. problem is that all right, give me 2 rolls. All right, 1 or 2.
2.
All right. All right, do it this way. Okay, well, that's awesome.
How refreshed do you feel, man, after your week?
I feel about the same. How you feeling?
I feel refreshed. I feel like I feel a lot better, you know, getting back into this, you know.
Excellent.
Might have been
excellent.
worse if I got into this after the long battle.
It's such a great battle, though.
Sure it is.
All right. Pick a number between 1 and 7.
7.
You would.
I always do.
Okay. All right. And that's okay. That's not it. That's right. Oh, I hate how mixed up stuff is. So it just doesn't matter. What? All right. All right. Apparently it's messed up. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. I need you to roll for me again. All right. Pick another number between 1 and 7.
7.
That's where it's messed up. Okay. All right. We'll try to
Mine's
get.
6. I choose 6.
It's fine. We'll do 7 again.
Okay.
All right. There you go. Those are the things that you remember and are able to keep.
I don't remember Jim having this.
Yes.
Hey man, do you remember Jim ever casting something called God King's Vessel? Just a weird question.
I remember the Abyss thing casting that, I think. Not the Abyss thing. The big shadow monster, I think.
I think he is the Abyss thing.
Oh, okay.
It looks like something he'd cast. It looks... I mean... It's staring at me.
Okay. I don't know if that's a good thing if you have that now. What's happened to you?
I don't understand what it even does. I know I do. Kinda. It's very vague. I don't know how... It says it just grants things. I don't know how much, I don't know for... How... I don't know. Alright. Where do we appear at? Because I touched that shadow door. Shadow wall, whatever it was. And then it either teleported us, which I really hope that's not the case, or it de-illusioned everything, which I hope that's the case.
So basically around where you are right now was where you think that door was, but you're fairly certain that you've walked through walls and everything.
Yeah, but I mean, you can just make an illusion where it doesn't look like that's there.
Oh no, I'm just letting you know.
Did the atmosphere change, like the temperature and stuff?
Oh yeah, everything changed. Like it felt like an entire new reality.
Okay, so I mean that could be an illusion, but I mean, probably it might just be. All right. Well, if Royce, you know, I need to start like asking you things before I just start doing things, right? You know, I might be able to create that. Actually, this might be that dimension. This might be the orb.
The orb?
All right, you remember
Tell me
that
a little bit more.
place that my dagger created? That I could enter with my dagger?
I remember you
Have
telling
the
me
orb in
about
the
it.
center? We might be in it right now. This might be it.
I see.
Maybe... I don't know if I still have control. Because one, I don't have the dagger. I think that got absorbed, which I don't know if that's a good thing. I consumed abyss creatures. That's not fun. So I don't know if I can control it. But I can try, if it is the place, to get us out, maybe. Because that big orb, I think, is the power source. Maybe. Because it looks kind of like it, but bigger.
It's not a bad thought. I mean, didn't you once try to bring me to your place before? Just wasn't able to?
I think you were able to. Because it's a physical portal that gets created, and then you go into it.
I mean, it's worth a try, you know, if you want to do your thing. I don't know how you're going to do your thing, but I'm sure you have a plan.
Yeah, usually I took my crafted dagger and I basically slashed open a portal, but I don't have that. So I'm gonna have to improvise. Maybe with one of these shadow creatures' weapons.
I mean, yeah, I mean, I'm sure you can maybe try and infuse shadow powers into a weapon. I mean, you have plenty here to choose from.
Yeah. First of all, though, DM, does this seem like that place at all? That dimension, that orb, and everything? The lakes of mystery fluid?
It does seem like it's very similar to that place.
Alright. Simon's going to grab one of the... Well, he's going to attempt to grab one of the shadow creature's weapons.
All right, you're able to pick up what appears to be just a regular blade.
All right. And I'm going to attempt to. Let's see, how did I do it before? Leaving the place. I don't know if we talked about how. Let's see.
I'm going to say that as you are trying to search for that same feeling that you have, it's like there's an emptiness there. You don't have any sense of what that was. The connection was to the dagger, and the dagger is like just a big empty hole where it once was. It's very large, but you can tell that you are no longer under the influence of the dagger at all. You basically even remember that you were obsessed with the dagger, and you're totally clear-headed at this point in time about it. It's like all the effects of the dagger are totally gone from you.
I see. All right. It doesn't seem like I have a connection with that place because I don't have the dagger. But this does seem like it is the place.
Right. But you still have shadow abilities.
I don't know that. I assume I do, but
Okay.
I can attempt. I don't want to because it might unleash that monster.
Okay.
Like how we've done this before, right? Is with that orb in the sky, but it's kind of unreachable, right?
I mean, I don't know how this exactly works, but I do still have a spread my wings scroll. I don't know if it's flight or just gliding, but I do have wings that I can use, or you can use.
Yeah, we can keep that to the side for now.
Yeah.
Because I don't think I told you, but as Jim, that lake down there, whatever it is, it's not good. It's not fun. It tears. You can feel your essence being torn apart, and yeah, not good.
I mean, you still, right? You're still with Jim. Can you feel Jim anywhere? Really? Do you feel Jim's essence all around you, or is it just like in the lake? Or do you?
I think
Is he
Jim's
just gone?
I think he's gone. I think he's gone.
See. Okay. Well,
I mean, I might be able to call upon him. He's still smiling.
yeah. Let's keep that in the back burner.
Want me to unsheath him?
That's shadow abilities, you know. Or I assume it's shadow abilities.
Dark revivals, probably. Yeah.
Maybe it's necromancy. Is that dark abilities? I don't know.
I don't know. I don't know what Jim is.
What is this thing doing? What does this thing look like? Any changes from when I looked at it before the battle?
Everything seems to be like almost in hibernation, like
Inert?
like yeah, inert. Yeah, inert is a better term. Inert is a better term.
Everything's sleeping.
It's not active. There's no magic being pushed to it. It definitely looks, yeah, inert is a good term.
Anything? Is there any semblance of a door here at all?
No. That door that was there completely vanished when Zion regained himself. Basically those two things just faded out of existence simultaneously, and the way they were fading was similar.
I wonder why like your other you was just sitting here. Like,
What do you mean?
I don't know,
Well,
just
well, that was
sitting
where
here and
the
absorbing power.
that was what where the
Yes.
shadow was. It was inside of, like, yeah, just reside within Zyme, within me.
Yeah. Just I don't know, just weirded me out. Just
All right, thinking about it, the dagger got absorbed, right?
I assume so.
Did Damn, did the dagger? Do I remember the dagger when it got absorbed? At what time? Was that,
Um,
like, one of the first things?
it was. So you remember like bits and pieces. It's not like fluidic memories.
Mhm.
You're not sure when exactly the dagger got absorbed, but it was around the time that the bandits attacked. During that whole thing, the dagger was near Zion, and it was one of the, I would say, the first things that got absorbed. That big boost of energy from the dagger was able to pretty much sustain you and keep you alive. You also remember that a lot of that energy was drawn into Zion. The little creature-like things were also drawn into the Shadow Zion. We'll call him the Shadow Zion. Yeah. So
All right.
yeah, you're not sure when, but you kind of vaguely remember it being absorbed.
But it wasn't when we were. It wasn't while the shadow Zyme was in this place.
No, not while it was in this place. No,
All right.
you do remember seeing the dagger afterwards, and it was pretty much just slagged metal, like totally no magic coming at it at all. It was just crumbling, almost as if it had been, just rusted dust. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, Royce. It seems like, yeah, the dagger, like, it was consumed even before it went to this place. So I don't even know if it's from the dagger, this place. Because I was thinking maybe it was consumed while it was in this place, so it basically trapped itself here. But now, if the bats can come in and deliver it items and such, there's gotta be a way to get out, right?
Right. Just gotta figure out. So right now we have what, a huge orb of energy, a
I think,
thing that looks like a guild crystal, and some sort of demonic portal with accompanying mechanisms.
yeah, I
Okay.
think the orb is just an orb of energy. I don't think it has anything to tie with getting out here. It's just that is what's powering this place. That is what's, especially the battery, that portal. I think it is a good assumption, as like the graveyard and such, that is where the items get, they come in this place, they get drained, the energy gets put into the orb. But if we have anything to go through that portal with other eyes than us, that could be good. I would, but you get absorbed. Item.
Yeah, I don't have anything that I can directly, seize control of. I can summon a demon. Well, I mean, yeah, but that can't really do any good if it's ghostly there and I just lose connection to it.
Yep.
Can't really tell me, well, what do you see? Mhm.
Is there anything resonating from this chair that Shadow Zyme was on? Anything near it?
It just appears to be a chair. It has, again, the viscera around it, and everything around the chair is pretty much drained. You do see some glowing bits, but you're fairly certain those are just lighting things. Nothing really stands out as far as doing anything. Seems like everything around the shadow was completely drained. People, artifacts, equipment, everything. The only place in here that really has anything that's moving or magical is the place that you saw up there with the portal.
Do you know any voodoo?
Voodoo?
Mm-hmm.
What is this? What is voodoo?
You know, like you take my blood, maybe do some magic things to it. Maybe try to replicate, some signals.
Signals.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah, with electricity, maybe. I was thinking of your talents and what could help us get out.
I don't really have the equipment to do such things right now.
Mm.
Didn't really. Yeah. Not like the sounds this portal is making. It's awful. Alright, I'm not even strong enough to open this. Even if I wanted to. Need your... you're probably not even up to it either.
Hmm?
This, whatever this is, I was going to try to open it. I'm not capable of opening it right now.
I mean, could summon the demon.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Where is my demon? Summon blood demon. Alright, sir. I need you to open this for me. I physically can't do it, but I'm gonna get him to open it.
All right. So you're going to ask your demon to open the. All
Whatever
right.
this is, yeah.
The lid.
Gotcha.
Crack it open.
All right. Your demon touches the object, and he doesn't even have to lift it or anything. He literally just touches it, and it starts to move and open. Inside is revealed a varying amount of different crystals.
Oh, no, this thing again. Oh, no. You remember. Oh, the crystals.
I mean, you know, we've grown more powerful.
I think I remember. Hold.
Hold it.
if we have the colors, we still have the combination for that alt
Is that how it
crystal.
works?
I mean, that's how it seems, you know. There's this one board game that I used to play as a child. I think it's called like Ender Chess or something.
I mean, there's a lot of towns and places, and I don't think primary colors is enough to.
No. I like colors. You like colors. We all like colors.
Right.
The thing is, do we have those colors? I know I do, somewhere.
You wrote them down?
I did, actually. Zyme meditates in the back.
Focusing to
Going to
remember
his
something
deep
from
mind. His
months
deep
ago.
mind.
All right.
That horrid place.
Yep, we got colored crystals in here.
That's great. What colors do we have?
We got orange, blue, yellow, red, and green.
Try opening that other one.
Yeah. Summon. I don't know if you have memory, but I'm gonna need you to do the same thing again. Open that thing for me.
All right. It easily opens again once it touches it.
Alright.
All right.
More crystals. Okay. I'm not very good at color theory, but I'll try. This one's more of a cyan. We got a deep fuchsia. We have a mint color. We have a purple, which is different from fuchsia, surely. And we have black.
You think you can mix the colors? Alright. So I went to my mind space, and it was like the worst, gender reveal party. Pink, white, pink was the combination to get back.
We'll have one of each. I'm gonna take one of these crystals. Just anyone.
Do we have pink and white?
I don't think so.
Yeah, we don't. Can we combine? I think we're gonna have white.
Yeah.
How do you make white?
Good question.
Until things get bright enough.
I don't think that's how it works. I'm gonna pick up the crystal and just look at it. See if there's any markings or writings on it.
All right. You pick up one of the crystals. You do see a word on there. You somewhat recognize it. You think it means code or sequence or Something like that. You're not sure, but that's what you think it means.
Does that weird word or whatever match anything on this console?
Yes. It seems like there are slots for crystals to be placed in, and there is writing that matches that for code or sequence. It seems like each one is a specific code or sequence for these slots.
Hey, Zion, you're experiencing this. Does it look like this thing is like powered, like it's active? Like has a code inputted into it and it's just active for that code?
What? The crystal?
Like, yeah, just all this stuff.
It looks, I mean, Zion examines the crystal.
All right. You look at the crystal. It looks very, very similar to a guild crystal. That's basically it. It just looks very similar to a guild crystal. You're not. That's it. That's all you have.
I have a couple ideas. Probably the worst idea. Let's just get this at. One of the codes was, you remember the void that we were in? The last void.
One of the many here.
Yeah. Well, the one that was that you had a hallucination in. That one. You remember that one?
Oh yeah. Okay.
The code for that was red, 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 and we have red. So I mean, push comes to shove, we just go full on red.
Right.
Because we've been there. We've been there. Maybe we left some things behind. I don't think so, but maybe. But that was just, that was the first thing. But another thing was, I haven't touched any of those crystals yet, like right now. So if you find my fingerprints on them, that means Shadow Zion touched it, right?
I suppose, yeah.
And if Shadow Zion's fingerprints are on them, then that might be, I don't know.
I mean, it's worth a try, man. It's worth a try.
Yeah.
Alright. You know what? Well, I guess I'll just look at one first. Alright, let's take a crystal. Yellow, sure. Gonna look at it with my magnifying glass and see if I can see any markings on it from prints or whatever.
Okay. All right. You do see prints on it, indeed.
Okay. All right. Yep. Come here.
Maybe put my hands on a glass thing. We can compare.
I mean, you got a potion bottle or something on you, right?
No.
Sure.
Actually, I do have a potion bottle. Everything got sapped as magic, but I still got the items. Oh no, it's my backpack. The backpack's gone. Okay.
Well, I have here. You're looking a little hurt anyway. Down this. It should be fine, right? Just a potion, right? Should be fine.
I might be undead. I don't know. I don't want to drink.
What are you?
What am I? I'm just gonna wipe down my dagger. And I'm gonna put my fingerprint on it. Fingerprints.
Wipe it with your leaf.
I mean, I have a leaf toga.
Is that made of leaf or is that made of cloth?
I mean, it flops like it's made out of a lot more than just leaf.
Go for it, man.
Alright. So he takes one of his daggers, wipes it, and then, and then puts, his finger on it, and then lays it.
All right. Yep. Thanks, man.
It was a nice table. Can lay it on that.
Sure. Just watch where you putting things. All right. All right, gonna take a look at the dagger, look at the print, and place the crystal. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm gonna hold the crystal in my hand and just see if there's anything there that matches.
Yes,
Be real
there
quick.
is.
Okay,
Yes.
fantastic. Either I got extremely lucky or you touched every single one of them.
Yeah, I was thinking that I might have touched every single one of them, but I don't know. Maybe. I guess we can just try them on the other ones.
Great, great.
Cross the fingers.
Okay, that was the yellow one I had. Alright, next, pick up the green one.
All right. So I'm going to assume that you go through all of them.
Sure.
All right. So it seems like the ones that you find is yellow, black, and mint.
Okay.
This I think this might be a step in the right direction.
Alright.
The thing is, though, for one, we don't know the combination still, but we eliminated other ones, you know. But a big thing is that we don't know if it's those three. It could be only two, or it could just be only one. Thinking about it, the demon realms, like red, red, red. And if it has any correlation, then solid colors are probably, you know, like first creation type demon places, right?
Good thought, good thought. Okay.
What was it pink, white, pink? Yeah, pink, white, pink, you know, that was in our realm. Like just avarice, you know, the common realm. So I don't know how complicated it would be.
I mean,
Or if the colors even mean anything, because colors might have like significance, like the land type. It might change that. They might actually code it that way. What were the colors?
yellow, black, mint.
Mint.
Yeah.
All right. Yellow, black. So maybe bees. And then mint. You know, plants. Maybe mint plants with a bunch of bees. I wonder if we do like yellow, black, yellow. They'll just transfer us to a. No, probably not. What else? What else could we do to verify more things? Are the crystals inserted in the crystal? I think. I don't think we inserted them last time, right?
We did something with the
Oh yeah, the
desk.
table.
Yeah.
There were places that you would put them. It looks very similar to that.
All right, then how do we do like red, red, red? We didn't have three reds. Do we just like put it in one at a time?
So basically what you did is you put red and then you moved to the next one, put red in that one, and then moved to the next one, put red in
So
that one.
this can save its position. That means, what if we just wouldn't it already be saved, and if it can remember? All right. Another thing was, in my line of business, you know, stab wounds. How they work is you can find out, you know, you stab someone, you can kind of tell what knife was stabbed because it leaves a certain markings inside the person. So you have to clean it up really well. And you have to,
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean,
burn. But
I don't know if this is legit or just but you know,
I'm,
3 out of these 5 crystals are identical, and all of those are identical. Is that how it is, Jim, or is that just how you put it?
They are not identical. It basically they look different. Every single one looks different, but they are different colors.
well, it's also
So they're physically different shapes.
Yes, they're physically different shapes.
well, even besides that, like I thought they were all identical, but
Me too.
what I was talking about is like when it gets put into the hole, it'll leave markings on the sides of the walls and the crystal, so you can match them.
I'm gonna say that there is a place that matches every single one, so it's like a slot that it would
Okay.
fit into. So I apologize that I'm not describing it well enough, but basically there's a slot that they fit into, but they are all different shapes, sizes,
So
whatever.
they wouldn't be able to fit into any slot.
Right. Like it has to be that particular slot, and it fits. It's like almost like a square peg fitting into a square
Yeah, I get
hole.
it.
Yeah. It's not
like
quite, but
it's like one of those children's games.
Yeah.
Trying to put a circle into the.
basically, yeah, they all have that
So-
particular part that fits there, but all of them are different everywhere else.
I see. So how many combinations would they be able to be? Like how many different holes could they fill, or what? Is there only one possible?
There's actually
Solution.
6 slots. There's 3 on the left and 3 on the right. You guys have only ever done the ones on the left.
That was the thing last time as well. We just didn't touch it.
Right, you didn't mess with the other holes. It was because you always use those.
All right.
But usually all the combinations that you've come across have been in 3s.
I see.
Okay. Well, each one has a word on it, or a marking, or some sort of language on it. And if we've only dealt with the left side all the time, then
I don't know. If we always did the left side, I was thinking that, left side could be like the demons' dimensions, and the right side would be like, but that wouldn't make sense because we've went to the demons' dimensions on both the sides. I mean, we've only used one side for both the demon and our regular dimension. So,
all right. Well, I'm going to take the crystals that had your prints on them. What was that, yellow? Is that in here?
yellow, black,
Oh.
and mint.
Yeah, mint is in here.
Zyme, have you tried touching the things yet? To look inside of them?
So, no, I have not.
Okay. If you do, I need to know.
All right.
All right. I have the 3 that you maybe touched in your past life.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Do these yellow, black, and mint have words on them, or markings, or a language?
Yes. It has that particular thing that says code or pattern or something like that. But then there's another thing on there that it's almost like a like it's describing what this particular thing is, almost like a noun, because you can pronounce it but you don't really have any type of yeah.
So far, all we have to go on is if these have their own designated slots, does the order that we put them in matter? And if so, how do we get that order? If we're assuming that these are the crystals that take us somewhere we want to be, because you touched them.
Yeah. Does the crystal usually glow whenever it's on? I think so, right? Or is it when you put your hand on it and then it glows?
Usually it's when you put your hand on it, that's when it glows.
I mean, I'm down to just touch it, you know.
Yeah. Because I don't think the abyss creature was going to any demonic realms. Because if it did, it would probably consume the bodies and they would be in the corpse piles. But I don't see any
You
demons.
do. You have seen
I
demons.
see demons.
Yes, I told you this in the very
Oh.
yeah, that you saw demonic. Yeah.
Well, then it probably did go to demon places and consumed.
Yeah.
Actually,
So-
didn't the guy? No, never mind. He didn't.
Well, I'm gonna put these crystals back. Where I found them. I'm gonna see what happens if I touch this. I place my hand upon the crystal.
All right. You feel the familiar thing of the crystal registering where you are.
Fantastic. Hey, guess what, man? We can come back here. I think it's great. I felt like I'm registered with this crystal now. Isn't that great?
Mm. Oh. And then if I touch it, it's like, oh, you already know. You already know
feel
you can
yourself
come here.
out of being registered.
You feel so comfortable in this place. Sign touches the crystal.
You feel like it registers with you.
Okay. Sign touches the crystal again.
You feel nothing except the
Okay.
usual. That you,
The
yeah.
usual feel nothing. Yep.
Yeah, the usual feel nothing of the crystal.
Yeah, I don't feel like. Yeah, it feels like I've registered just now.
No.
So
I mean,
don't know
you
what that
wouldn't.
means.
Maybe just you wouldn't have a need to go in here. You have your minions do it.
Yeah, I was thinking like that's why my fingerprints would be here, because in order to get here for the first time, and then that's it, right?
Potentially. I mean, yeah. I mean, but what is the giant portal for? What is that for, by the way?
That looks like the normal demon doors.
Fire!
Last time that happened, that didn't go well.
I mean, skill issue, you know. Could have dodged.
What does this portal remind me of? Does it look like the portal that was created by the dagger, or another type of portal?
It looks like the portals. So the portal that was created by the dagger, the demon portals, they all look the same, and this looks like that.
What's interesting is this portal is just here, just existing.
I mean, this is pretty normal in the demon realm. Like, there's a lot of portals just going to a lot of random places back in the demon realm. So, yeah.
Why would it be above the desk? What reason is that?
Is it actually above the desk, DM?
Yes, it is actually above the desk.
Maybe they're big and tall, I don't know.
Yeah, but above the desk? That doesn't make any sense unless.
Maybe they're trying to create a draft?
just need some wind.
Yeah.
There's been stuff in here. I mean, unless it's like maybe somebody was giving something to the person at the desk and they needed it, or maybe something's being fed through. Maybe that's where the crystals came from. Maybe the crystals weren't always here. Maybe this leads to wherever something's being made and needs to be on the desk all the time or something.
I made the crystal. I made the portal with the desk here.
Maybe. Just leads back to the desk manufacturing plant.
All right, I need you to both roll for me.
That portal's just for warranty.
I don't know. I mean, all we have to go on is right now is you've touched at least 3 of these crystals, or at most 3 of these crystals, barehanded. You might have did something before, had minions do something over.
All right. I apologize. So as you're talking, Royce, you are standing there, right below the portal, and an object comes and through the portal very quickly and hits you in the head and then falls to the ground. Think of like not something like incredibly like gonna knock you out, but it was a little painful, and it's laying on the ground.
Okay, first, rude. Second, all right, looks like things come through the portal. Did you see what hit me? I don't know. Where is it?
I'm asking the DM what came out.
It looked like an item of some sort.
What does it look like?
It looks like a amulet of some sort.
Okay.
Alright.
Alright, that's confusing because like it would make sense, because maybe if the bandits were still out there, collecting items and throwing it through the portal.
Right.
But I don't think the bandits would be controlled anymore, right? Not unless it has other.
Maybe that would depend, Just like you were saying some memories. Maybe they were controlled, but they don't know where this portal goes. They just know the boss said throw things in the portal. So they can okay, let's continue doing that because, just because we were controlled to do it, maybe they weren't even controlled. Maybe they're convinced. And the ones who are in the actual vicinity, it's like, okay, they were controlled because they were looking at the boss all the time.
Yeah, or... Another thing is... Alright, I'm thinking about it. And I have this ability I've had for a while, I haven't had advanced magic to cast it, where it's like mind control. And as Jim, it seemed like I was able to use a type of advanced magic, I think. I don't know. I'm thinking that maybe it wasn't the demon, or not the demon, the shadow that casted. Maybe it was me, and that might be why they're so controlled. But I don't know. So I'm just gonna pick up the amulet. I'm gonna throw the amulet through the.
Hold on. What are you gonna do?
I'm just gonna throw it back.
Before you do that, do you have anything on you? Like, what do you have on you?
Drained gear.
Okay. No, you don't have like a book or a piece of paper on you or anything?
You don't have you have nothing on you. The only thing that you have is like the clothes on your back, and you can tell that they're completely drained.
Do I still have my hidden pouches in me?
Yes, you still have the hidden pouches, and I'm going to say everything in the hidden pouches is still there and not drained.
It's not drained.
Yes, everything in the hidden pouches, that's it.
Royce,
Yeah.
I know I shouldn't be telling you this, but my hidden pouches, in my armor, it has items in it. They aren't drained, and one of the items is a singular seed.
All right. Well, save that.
Yeah.
All right, I need you to put everything besides the hidden pouches and the gear you're wearing into the
My
chest.
stuff. My stuff. My stuff. My stuff.
And keep the amulet too.
While he's doing that, I'm gonna go look at this pile of gear and just find some robes or something that hopefully aren't too discolored. Just a solid color of robe.
All right.
Basically, I'm gonna use it as cloth to write something down.
Okay. Okay. That work?
Do we even need to do that? Yeah, I do. Never mind.
Can you pick that up?
Let's see. Yes, sir. Thank you.
I could have definitely put a lot more useful items in my pouches. What I have is I have my full moon pendant,
Okay.
my pickpocketing gloves.
Useful.
I have my dragon. I have my
Yes.
tablet that can dust things. There's 2 uses left.
Dust? Oh, okay. Gotcha.
Yeah, it makes them crumble. I have the res crystal and then the AC left. Teleport you back.
Okay.
All right, I need you to put your bank bag in there as well.
Oh.
Alright. So what I'm thinking is I was gonna tear off a piece of this gear that was in that pile, write a message like why it's so little or something, or more come through, or just a question, and see if I get an answer back through another note. So we confirm there's people on the other side or not. Or maybe ask for a corpse or something, another body, so we can know if we can go through it ourselves or something.
Yeah, but yeah. Interesting.
Or we can, send the amulet back and with a note saying like, this is useless, give me something better. I mean, something. Something to make sure there's people on the other side and not just, like, if another comes back, maybe it's just a pit you're throwing things down. Wouldn't want to go into that.
All right, there is another bank bag in that chest that you can take, Zion.
Alright. I think. Did this have. Oh my goodness. The daggers seem to leave every time it's ordered. This have? Yeah. Where is it? My bag full of items that aren't real. There it is. There it is. Found it.
Are you done with it?
Yep.
Alright. Any concerns about this plan?
Not right now.
Okay.
Might be concerned later though.
Alright. Just gonna write on a piece of this cloth using I have a lot of ink around me. Alright, time to do some finger paints. Gonna write on the cloth more bodies.
Let the bodies hit the floor?
Is that fine? Anything specific I should write? Because I want to fool them to thinking, I'm somebody important on the other side, but I also need to confirm that
Signed
bodies can
Zion
go through there.
Heart.
All right. I'm going to try to. Yeah. All right. You're more nimble than me. You think you can climb up and just push it through the portal? This piece of cloth?
It's a piece of cloth. Nah. It's a piece of cloth.
Yeah, a piece of cloth with some writing on it. Yeah, we didn't have any paper, so.
Sure.
All right, careful.
It's so great being back in my body. Not having a gut anymore. I feel lighter now and more nimble before. More leathery though. Just a bit more leathery.
Leathery?
My
That's
skin's a
not
bit
good-
taut now. Now I'm a lot more skinnier
Now?
than usual.
Oh, okay. You're malnourished. Gotcha.
Zion climbs up and tosses the linen into the portal.
All right. I need you to make a roll for me, Royce.
Yes, sir.
You throw it in. You see it disappear.
Also, I wonder, do you think, if we actually get out of this place anytime soon, we're just gonna come out to a bunch of dead bandits and we're gonna find that really obnoxious adventurer party and say, "Oh, you're with them." They're gonna have to fight them or something.
Huh? I don't
You know
think
that-
so.
you
When
never
we
know.
left a trail of corpses, we told them that we were going to them. If they recognize us, we'll be like, "Oh, yeah, we dealt with them."
They don't
Eh,
exactly fly by. The leader is apparently a bit obnoxious and he might, want the glory. Said, "Oh, we can't let you go back and tell them you did it. Well, our reputation. Fight me."
You
This
think
kind of stuff.
you think people will force a fight like that? And just be like, just tell them that we're not the bandits. I mean, if you fight us, that's just wrong.
We already know they don't care about rules.
Why would they not care about rules? Rules. That's what creates our society. I love rules.
All right. What did you put on the thing again? Something about bodies?
Yeah, just more bodies.
More bodies. All right. And you wrote that in blood.
Yeah,
Got it. Gotcha.
with my finger.
With your finger.
Put a little skull there too.
Is there a an imprint or splat of blood and gore on the floor where they would be falling out?
No, you just see blood everywhere. It looked like bodies were dragged, but you don't see anywhere where a body would have hit the floor.
Bodies at that floor. The bodies at that floor. Not the bodies at the. Do I see footprints? Blade footprints?
I mean, there are definitely people walking through the blood.
Yeah, but whose footprints are they? Are any of them Zion's before I came up here? Or was it not Royce or Zion? Or was it the bandits?
You did see footprints before you got up here, so people have been up here.
I'm just taking a wild guess, but I mean, if just based off visuals, maybe they came through the crystal and dragging bodies. Bodies didn't come through the portal. Is there any uniformity to the blood at all, or anything like that, or is it just everywhere? And there's,
It's
no obvious signs of being, from one place to another. Ah!
as As you're looking at the floor, you notice that it looks like bodies were drugged everywhere. There is blood literally everywhere.
There's blood everywhere. I can't make any sense of this, Sam.
Uh, it's really hard to decipher. It's literally everywhere. It's bad.
They could have fell from the sky. Royce looks up.
Why looking up?
Who knows? Bodies might be falling from the sky. It might rain blood here. We don't know.
It might happen. It might happen. I might have to clean this blood though. You know, I could clean it all.
No,
Yeah, but-
that'd be nothing. That'd be worse for the overall.
No. It might reveal the sky blood. Right?
You're right. Yeah.
All right. Do you want to wait until maybe you get a response?
I mean, you're welcome to play with the crystals if you want.
Oh, I like that.
Here, you can. You want them the ones that, with your fingerprints on them?
Sure.
Okay. Here you go. Reverse hand Zion. The 3 crystals: black, mint, and yellow.
All right.
All right. I really want to know before we go anywhere if this place we can find out this crystal's code. Don't they flash colors? I remember them flashing before a color sequence. I don't know if that's when they are entered and then it flashes it and then you go into it. I think that's
I don't know.
I want to know this crystal's color sequence.
All right. So as you're standing there, something comes out of the portal and hits the floor with a thud.
Was it a dull one?
No, it was just a thud.
Okay.
Okay, what that is?
It looks like it is a rock or some sort of heavy thing with a paper wrapped around it.
All right. Okay, that's okay. I don't like that. All right. Take the paper off the rock. Have a gander.
All
I
right.
remember, me and Rico used to play this type of game.
No more memories.
Yeah, when I'm sleeping, you know, in my bed, through my window, a rock would come in.
Why? What does that?
There would be a
What does that
paper,
accomplish? What does that do for you?
Sometimes
Training.
sometimes the rock had, you know, like needles and stuff attached. You know, it sticks to me. I have to take it off. You know, pry them off. I read the paper. It tells me, you know, Zion, come by. You know, gives me the time, the location. I have to sprint like 3 miles, steal a bike from a child, and then, you know, do our hourly meeting, and then I have to do my training. Very fun game in the morning. You remember that? Your parents doing that?
Why would I? No. First of all, that would just random property damage for no reason. That's number one.
Really property damage. She just throws it through the same hole every morning.
Thanks.
He's a good shot.
I'm glad I'm getting more stories about your childhood. What does this paper say? Please.
you read the paper. It looks like it says bodies ? Exclamation point ?
Okay.
And then it says who are you ? Exclamation point ? question mark.
In common, it says.
Yeah, it's in regular, speak.
Is it like regular ink?
Yeah, it's regular ink. It's not in blood or anything, It's just it's a regular letter, regular piece of paper.
Okay, a few things we can glean from this. First of all, whoever is providing the magic items don't know anything about the corpses or this place at all, probably.
It might just be like a bank that's like been hijacked. It's just they put an item in or something like that.
Yeah, I mean, the amulet. Where's that amulet you picked up?
Here it is. You could take like the. Oh, you don't have the sensitive top. Okay, now.
Hmm?
Do you have the dull blood?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it got eaten.
I mean, I don't know what the dole thought is at the moment, but
Okay.
so yeah, that's a thing. I mean, do you feel magical energies coming off that amulet?
Yeah, it seems like it does have magic coming off of it, right, DM?
Oh, what was that? Sorry.
The amulet that came out of the portal.
Yeah, it does feel like it has magical energies.
Okay. So it wasn't something just somebody discarded, like somebody threw in the trash and like, oh no, a piece of paper came out the trash can with more bodies on it. What? Also the weird thing is it came attached to a rock. Why would they feel the need to do that unless they were throwing it into something they couldn't reach easily?
I mean, they had to have received the item. I feel like they'd know because, if something like that happens, like a cloth that says, "Bring me bodies," I wouldn't like throw something with a no attached because But if I know that I'm doing something with a purpose into a portal, and then someone asks for bodies through it, I'm not going through the portal. I will send a letter, but if I don't know there's a portal, then I'd explore something like if it was a trash can. So it's probably someone that knows what they're doing. That sending IMs through. They don't usually send bodies. Now it's asking for bodies. They're asking why. It seems like they're not compliant, so they have their own free will.
Okay. So
I think we can just go through, not unless it's only for non-living things.
I mean, I'm down to try. All right.
Yeah. Do we have a plant or something? Maybe biological? Don't laugh like that.
I mean, I don't think I have anything living.
Oh, my arm! Just choppy,
What?
choppy,
Not
It can just regrow it back.
not when you're this malnourished. I wouldn't want to do that.
Fine, then do your own.
I'm not doing my own. Plus, if it's not. How do they got weirded out by me sending just the word bodies? If I send an arm through,
Then do a foot. How about one of those creatures?
Creatures.
Yeah, the abyss creatures. Why don't we try to throw one of those things in?
It's not. I mean, they're just.
Fine, then throw it like I don't know. Maybe not even. May. I don't know. We can just try it. I just wanted to make sure that biological things could go through.
I don't know. You want me to write a letter? Like, I'm lonely. Send me a pet.
No, when you ask for bodies, you should not ask for a pet dog to be sent through.
I mean, I kind of, broken all the trust in the first note with these people, whoever they are. And that's who Like, should I
You
just?
can ask them who they are.
Yeah, they ask who I am. Like, I don't know. What do we answer to them that like?
Oh, just tell the truth. I mean, we ain't doing anything wrong.
I mean, yeah, go for it, man.
Yeah,
You're
mate.
eloquent.
Yeah, just give me that paper.
Okay, here you go.
All right. Zion is going to write on the paper.
Using what?
Blood.
Okay.
Let's see. I can't do like the happy birthday thing where you start off with a huge H, a huge A, giant P. Uh-oh. I'm out of space. Small P, really little Y. And then we don't learn our lesson. So then our next line we go huge B. Yeah, so we're starting off small, you know. We're able to read it.
All right.
And I'm going to write, dear person on the other end of this portal.
Is that necessary?
I seem to have found myself in a situation. My name is Zion, and I come from the land of the Elven Kingdom. Who might you be, and could you maybe help me in a way? Period. Signed, Zion. I also indented at the start, you know.
Right.
Yep. I wrap it in the rock. I throw it through. I climb the thing. I don't want to throw it, you know.
Okay. All right.
Slightly toss it.
Slightly toss it. All right. It goes in.
Interesting. So, yeah, these crystals.
Mm-hmm. I'll be right back. I'm sorry. I gotta do something.
All right. So what is Royce doing?
It might rain blood again.
Indeed.
Hello.
Welcome back.
I'm here. I forgot I already did it.
Okay.
Well, I had it by my side. I said to put water in it.
Gotcha.
That's fine now. You were saying what about the crystals?
I mean, if you want to give something a try with the crystals.
I think we should explore this before we do that. If anything does happen, like if anything, you know, big and nasty that we don't think we can take, I definitely can't take anything right now. If I feel incredibly weak, but I'm very glad to be back in my normal body. And when this is all over, Royce, do you think maybe
Yeah.
yeah, what?
You can crash in my place for a bit.
What? I was gonna ask that, but you know, it doesn't have to be for a bit, you know.
If you pay rent, you can stay.
Really?
Yeah, I got a shed out back.
Well, that's nice, you know, that's nice. But I was also thinking, you know, about my life for a while, and I was thinking about adopting a kid.
No. Me too.
What do you mean no?
I gotta break the cycle. I'm sorry.
No, I think a family could be good for us.
Us? What do you mean us?
You know, my father's my child.
I'm not going anywhere near your offspring.
No.
Zero chance.
Adopted child, you know.
Same.
I don't know if I want to bring it into our family business, though.
Who's ours? What's our business? What is this?
The assassinhood, I don't know if I want to bring our child to...
Look, what do you do in your free time? It's up to you. I'm just advising you. Maybe a shower is not the right place. No?
On this note,
Maybe-
something comes through the portal and hits the ground.
Thank goodness. This is just a note, no rock or anything.
It is there. Yeah, it's encased in a rock, just like the other one.
All right, let's see what they say. Pick it up, read it.
All right. It says, tell Vert I'm done. This has got ridiculous.
Vert. Might be the previous boss, and we probably killed him. It's in a mansion or something. Who knows? Maybe it's just an alias. Who knows?
Good old Vert.
So there's some guy who got hired or was convinced to throw gear into a portal. I mean, he didn't even ask for a payment or anything. Maybe it was something planned. He was mind controlled, or maybe he was weakly mind controlled. Who knows? He's able to say he's able to walk away from the deal, whatever it is. So he's not that fearful of this Vert guy. Does it bother anyone else that this crystal on the left side of the desk isn't properly aligned inside the holder?
Why'd you point that out to me?
Sorry. Just keep staring at it and it's making me annoyed.
I mean, it's not that bad. It looks like it was meant to be like that.
Okay. Alright, so this guy's probably not around the portal anymore. Maybe just walked away, and maybe he's waiting for a response from this Vert guy.
Mm-hmm. You know what? I'm just gonna like put my arm through and try to pull it out. Last time I did that didn't go well, but hey, this time it will.
Sure, man. Why not?
Yeah, if it doesn't go well, then you can just cut it off,
Sure. Gonna tell you right now, probably not, but sure.
Why do I do it?
No.
Okay. Zion climbs up the desk.
Okay.
Zion pulls up his glove.
All right.
Zion
You
sticks.
have a summon. Okay.
Zion hears clashing behind him. Did you want to do something?
I have a summon who can do that. See if anything happens to his arm.
I don't know. Summons are like pure magic. Not really biological. I mean,
Oh,
we
you're
can
worried
try
about-
it. We can try it.
Yeah, I thought he was worried about like somebody on the other side, like chopping your arm off or something.
No.
Summon. Alright, I have the demon. I don't know, he probably could just reach it, I guess.
All right.
Reach
What?
an arm through.
All right. You're telling it to put its arm through. What? So the only orders you're giving it is just to put its arm through.
Yep, put his arm through, and I would guess I would have some sort of link to see how healthy it is. If it's about to die.
Okay.
So I just tell him to put his arm through and let it stay there for a few seconds. Then if nothing happens, I pull it back. Tell him to pull it back.
All right.
Pull it back.
As you see the demon put its arm through, it seems to get pulled in to the portal. There it goes. You do have a link to it. It seems very, very far away. You're fairly certain you're feeling the link through the portal itself. It seems healthy, but after probably about 10-15 seconds, it seems to be taking damage. or something's attacking it. I'm not sure what mode you have it set on.
I mean, I don't know. If I don't give it a direct order, does it just sit there and not do anything?
You
It's still
can
under my control? I don't know.
yeah, you could like push an order to it, but I'm not sure what you specifically told it. Was there any specific instructions other than stick its arm through?
Nope.
Make it like throw things through
Okay.
the portal.
I
Like,
don't
try
know.
throw the person that's attacking through the portal.
Don't know if it's being attacked. It probably is because the way it looks.
I thought, the society. The
All
society.
right. All right, I'm going to gonna have you roll one more time. All right. You feel that the demonic creature that you summon is getting weaker and weaker. It's almost on the verge of death. However, all of a sudden it stops, feeling like it's losing health.
Okay. I'm gonna try to push a command to have it return to me.
Okay.
Just however it deciphers that command, just make it return to me. Shortest way possible.
All right. You are indeed able to get a command off to it. You see it stumble through the portal. It seems very, very hurt. It's got arrows lodged in it. Looks like it's been singed by some sort of magic. You can see that its claws are bloody.
Wait, okay. Okay, that's a bit concerning.
Yeah.
Alright, so there's some sort of sentience behind the portal. Something's on the other side. It doesn't like the demon looking things.
Yeah, but didn't kill it.
I mean, what does that tell you?
That they're sentient enough where they don't kill. And they definitely have sentience, because, like,
I mean, they could have tried to kill and just weren't able in time.
would it really be that bad to go through?
No. No, I'm down to try.
'Cause I'm good with docking,
Let's see. Alright, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to go through the portal, but first, I'm going to... Well, there'll be no way to... Alright, I would like to go through first, because I don't know if you're up for combat at the moment.
I'm very frail right now.
Okay, well, I'm going to try to toughen myself up.
Alright. Before you do go through that, if anything does happen, here's the seed.
Okay.
Because if I eat it, I don't think anything will happen.
You might end up like on the... yeah, you're right. Alright, well, I'm going to toughen myself up. Toughen myself up, and then I am... Wish I could make inventory, come on. Hello?
Hello? Oh.
Why is this one? Cast skill. There we go. That was a delay and a half. Alright, toughen myself up, and then I'm going to fly through at great speeds.
Excellent. All right.
Oh!
So as you do so, you go through the portal, you arrive on the other side, and what greets you is a fairly large looking room, and you see bodies everywhere. It looks like were freshly killed. You see scorch marks around you. You see arrows around you as well, just sticking in the floor and the walls. It looks like there was a battle here fairly recently. You still see that the people are kind of twitching from the battle.
Oh, okay. I see. All right. I'm gonna try to. I don't know how much I have on me, but I'm gonna take my needle and thread,
Mm-hmm.
grab something off the ground, tie it in thread, and toss it through while holding the other side of the thread.
All right.
See what happens.
Into the portal.
Yeah.
All right. And you're holding on to the thread.
Correct.
All right. So as you do, you see that the needle starts disappearing right when you throw it through. The line starts disappearing almost like very quickly, disappearing towards you as you're holding it.
Yeah, I'm gonna let go then.
All right. You let go. The entire thread disappears.
All right.
Does IMC the
You
needle and thread?
you see a needle and thread come through the other side of the portal. Yes, and it falls to the ground. You've seen that needle and thread before.
Does it look intact?
Yeah, it looks intact.
Alright. Zym's gonna pick it up and head on through.
All right.
That's a lot of faith.
I got nothing left to lose.
The little message you got from needle and thread coming through, but good job.
All right. Let's see. Need to make sure that we're not.
They just tear you apart.
Oh, I didn't
One of
get
your
my
items just
cool looking. Yeah. It's all gone. Thank you for picking it up, by the way.
Yeah.
Appreciate it. I didn't get my cool looking weapon from the pile. Oh no.
Probably should have taken all the. I think he was just making it.
All right. Should be good there. We got the stuff from there. You have everything that you need. Needle and thread equals all clear. Exactly. All right.
Secret message we established a while ago. You wouldn't get it.
You won't get it. I mean, what's good, man? Our loose ends are tied up.
All right.
You know, it's from the story. You know, this sharp object going through the window means come meet me somewhere.
And the thread signifies the rope that Zym was tied to when he was being dunked in the large vat.
I can't tell if that's a memory from your childhood or something recent.
Something recent is, the doctor and the motel. You remember?
Yeah.
The mystery liquid?
Mm.
I think it was purple.
It was. Any memories of taste?
Not really. I remember oranges. I was in a different centralized location though.
I see.
All right. They would.
Who's they?
Right. Do.
Kids here.
Yeah. Joris! What are you doing?
Hello, Jacob.
All right.
Where
Should
we be?
be really interesting. All right, I need you to run through everything. Yep. Come inside.
Come inside.
Are you going up?
Nope, can't go up for some odd reason. It would have been good if it was up, but there's not, so there's not.
The game master has a bag. The pyramid's in the game master's bag.
Oh, is it? Oh, it's unfortunate. Where? Oh, should work.
Ransacking. Secret.
Cool.
Secret.
All right.
I don't know what it does.
So, just as I stated before, you see several bodies all around.
See, they have a dog.
Send your dog through. Ah! Give me your dog.
Oh, sir.
Ah!
Sir.
Yep.
Do they look like they were clawed?
Yes, they definitely look like they were clawed. Recently dead, still twitching.
I blame the dog.
Mass revival.
Is that a thing?
No. We do have some scrolls then.
Mass undead resurrection.
All right. I think we'll have to save it and stop it here.
Harvest.
You didn't save it yet.
Giblets.
Sir! Hey, harm? Is this your doing? Sir? What? Don't ignore me. You dare!
They're killing us! Attack!
Witness me!
You'll not get away with this. They were my friends. No! You're so strong.
Hold.
Jeepers,
No,
mister.
you
You're
did it.
strong.
Oh.
It's unfortunate. All right. Thank you for being here. Hyrule, thank you for being here. Nani, thank you for being here. Appreciate it. You guys are amazing. We will be back tomorrow. Hopefully around the same
Don't lie to
time.
them. Don't lie to them.
Same bad channel. Same bad time.